What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Amerikin Podcast, where our culture is our diverse...
Where diversity is our culture?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dang, diverse.
Something like that.
What's up, you guys? This is Levi with @Spinners of SD. Check it out. And that's how you do it.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Amerikin Podcast, where diversity is our culture. Today we have Levi here. Levi has an interesting job he pays the bills with. And we have Rich.
Rich. Standard.
Yeah,
Rich and Levi.
Rich is there. Rich is here. Go ahead, Levi. Tell us what you do there.
How's it going, guys? Thank you for having me. So my name is Levi. I started a business called Lion Marketing, which is essentially just a sign spinning company.
You say just like people don't make money off you spinning signs. That is right now, I'm going to say the last 5-10 years, people made most of their money from people seeing those sign spinners.
Yeah, definitely.
And not even to mention just the whole entertainment of it all when I'm at a red light.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's a big part of it is and it's not just sign spinning because like once you start spinning in a certain area, there's like the same kind of traffic that keeps coming through and you become like a part of somebody's day. And so especially like you're there for a couple months at a time and you kind of like integrate yourself into the community that you're spinning for. And it's always really interesting too if like I move to another location to sign spin, the people will be going into the old location like, hey, where's your sign spinner, you know?
Yeah,
so
where's he at?
Yeah, so they'll even be getting traffic like just going in to ask where I'm at and then, you know.
Part of the day. I know when I'm at a red light and I know I'm supposed to see someone, if I don't see them, something's wrong.
Right.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. And I think, Rich, you've talked about you're a creature of habit. So when someone gets messed up like that, does that affect you?
Oh, like when they don't show up?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's almost like then I start thinking they should be like a made for TV movie, Finding Levi. And you're tracking like all the spots he was at.
Right,
trying to find out where he is. That could be like your romantic comedy. Like if you've ever met a girl and she's chasing you down, Finding Levi.
Right.
He's like, science fair. I don't know. I was driving by and every day he was just there, and he's no longer there, and I can't continue my day. You're sitting there like, I wonder what that guy's where that sign spinner went.
Yeah.
Levi, how did you get into something like sign spinning?
I think like one of the first times that I saw it really was like on the West Coast. It's not super big on the East Coast, or at least
probably the weather probably has a lot to do with it.
I think it just kind of all started out here, but then they have Aero Sign Spinning, which is like the biggest sign spinning company. They have a competition every year in Vegas, and the prize money's like $5,000 or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And so the first time I saw some sign spinners, I saw these guys just out there doing like awesome tricks and stuff, and like I was really like looking at them like kind of hating, and I was like, whatever, I could do that, you know. But then for some reason it took me like years and years to actually do it, and then so that was like kind of the first time, and then when I started like sign spinning, the guy asked me, it was for Liberty Tax originally, and the manager asked me, do you have any experience? And I was like, no, but like I'm gonna try really hard and I'm gonna show up and I'll be here early every day, like I'm gonna do my best, you know. And so he was like, okay, well, like you can start tomorrow. Like he really didn't care, you know.
Right.
But so so that whole first day that I was out there, I had done like color guard in high school. And so there's like that hand-eye coordination. Like once you have it, it's like riding a bike. Like you never forget it.
So color guard, that's
spinning the rifle?
That's like spinning the flags and rifles, stuff like that. So so then like I was killing it, and there was so many people going in to get their taxes done like my first day, and so everybody in the office was like, what? Like when I came in, I was all sweaty and like and they were like, you said you've never done this before, you know. And I was like, yeah, but like you know, I tried. I told you I'd try. And then so I kind of bumped the other sign spinners out of their
Wow,
positions.
Levi took over.
Yeah,
Wow.
I didn't mean to, but I was having the most fun out there. So
Right,
But
right.
it does make a difference though, because sometimes I'll drive by and I see the sign spinner just.
Right.
And everyone's like,
No spinning. You
nothing.
just have a sign holder at that point.
Sign holder, yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
But then I know I don't know if you're familiar with Mira Mesa. You know, you get off
Mm-hmm.
on Mercy Road and there's that
Oh,
there's
yeah.
that
Carl's Jr.
no, there's that not Carl's Jr.
Hold it. We just lost the light.
yep.
Mira Mesa. What was I gonna say, Mira Mesa?
When you get
Oh
off,
yeah.
don't lose it.
No, I got it.
And they put on the good batteries.
I'm just trying to remember if it was actually in like that area. I'm pretty sure it was.
Mira Mesa?
But anyway,
There's sign spinners all over the world, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
no, but there was something particularly particular with this one.
It's not the dry cleaner, right?
No, it's not dry clean.
Because I was off of Mercy Road today and I saw a guy holding a sign that said dry cleaning. But I couldn't even hate on anybody that wasn't doing a good job today. It was like 100 degrees up there.
All right. So what about Mira Mesa?
Oh yeah, so you get off the 15 from the 15 you off on Mercy Road, and to be honest with you, I really don't know whether it's Mercy Road or not. But
Is there a
something
Carl's
str-
Jr.?
No,
Okay,
not that
no.
one. It's the one with the Starbucks and the KFC right there, right off of make a right on Mercy Road and you head down into Black Mountain Road.
Oh yes, that's Mercy. That's what it is.
There was he wasn't really a sign spinner. I think he was a T-Mobile guy, but his sign was a guitar. And he had long hair and he was just rocking it out.
Yeah.
Everyone was just
Yes.
honking as they came by. And I was like, that's what you're supposed to do. And then hit the corner and I like Jiffy Lube or whatever person is holding a sign. I was like, no. That other
Yeah.
guy attracted everybody's attention. Everybody wanted to get T-Mobile at that point.
Oh, there we go. So yeah, so your job definitely is demanding in the way of you have to be a certain personality. You have to have a certain energy, right?
Definitely, yeah. I've got to like do everything I can to grab as much attention as I can and then just point it in the direction of my sign.
Right.
So yeah, like another cool thing too is I said the other day that the radio music, but anybody who's listening to music in their car, it doesn't have to be the same song that I'm listening to, that I'm performing to, because of the counts, like the number or the
beat.
The beat.
the beat, yeah. And so even if it's like I'm listening to a slower song, like as long as I'm still hitting everything on beat, like it's just like they're just getting immersed in it because it's like
That's totally
they feel
the thing.
super involved. Yeah.
I don't even think that when I'm watching it, but now that you're saying it, it's totally the way it happens.
And he called it a performance. And I mean, like, it really is. I mean,
Yeah.
I've never heard it called people would say it's my job. Like,
Right.
he just said performance.
Well, I'm enjoying the show, so I could see it as a performance for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Wow.
One of the hard parts is just like finding a new 6-hour playlist every weekend. So
Okay.
it's always like fresh and like
So you change it up though.
Yeah.
That's real key for you
Yeah.
to just stay motivated then, huh?
yeah.
So that was one of the questions I was driving here. I was like, okay, they're listening to something.
Right.
What is on
Your
Levi's playlist?
Right.
Top
Today.
five. Top
Today,
five.
yeah.
So really just a lot of like top hip hop and R&B hits.
Okay.
But then also like I just have some really like kind of throwback tunes like The Hook
Okay.
by Blues Travelers.
Okay.
Like that's one I get going to really well, and Come On Eileen, like that one's just like you can't listen to that song and not smile ear to ear, like it's impossible.
And so tell me, is this playlist on shuffle or is it set?
yeah, no, it just goes through, so
Okay.
it's just set.
Because I would think if I'm a sign spinner, I want to be surprised because I'm going to be spinning and the joint comes on and I'm surprised. Whoo, I'm going to kick it up
Yeah.
and just get crazy with it.
Yeah, but you don't want it to be like you go from, let's say, like, Run DMC to Babyface. Then you're like, you're like,
Right.
Yeah. And then like around Christmas time, Trans-Siberian Orchestra. And so
there you
that
go.
if I'm listening to just one Trans-Siberian Orchestra album, it kind of does that where like Mad Russian's Christmas is like the super intense, like heavy beat song, and then like Christmas Canon is like on this night, on this very Christmas, and so I'll be like real slow mo with the side and like, but yeah, definitely
That's
gotta
cool.
change it up.
Well, now you've been doing it, what, 2 years now?
Yep, like
2
a little
years.
over 2 years.
What would you say from 0 to 10 your skill level would be at this point?
I'm not the best yet.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But-
So you've seen people that have impressed you.
Oh, yeah.
In the San Diego area.
Yeah, in the San Diego area, and then just like watching people online on Instagram, like you put in hashtag sign spinning. If you actually go there right now, I'm probably number 2.
Oh,
or
there we go.
3, so check
Plug.
that out.
What's the Instagram again?
At Spinners of SD.
There we go.
Yeah.
And you're number 2.
Spinners at sign. Okay.
Yeah, I always try to like dominate my hashtags.
Yes.
So
That's awesome. So one guy above you. So tell me, what differentiates you guys? Like, what makes him a better sign spinner than you? Certain tricks?
well, I mean, there's plenty of guys that are like better than me, but just tricks, and they've maybe been doing it longer, but yeah, it's just so inspiring. There's so many different techniques to it that like mine is very different. I like to keep the front of my sign street facing, and I like to keep a lot of my tricks where the sign can still be seen.
If I was a business, that's what I would want it priority.
Yeah.
Not the other way. Yeah.
It's
definitely.
fun to like spin it around your body like 30 times, but then at the end of the day, nobody's going into the business because they don't know what you were advertising. And then that business isn't going to be able to hire you back if like you weren't beneficial for them. So,
Right.
So, yeah.
So at that point, do they provide you with a shirt? So if it's spinning behind you, 'cause you only got 2 seconds before a car drives by, do you have a shirt? Do they provide you with gear?
No, I just try to always make sure that mine can be red, and then I do like little freeze holds to where it can be like red for 5 seconds at a time, and then back into another trick, and like lots of different combos. So like each combo will have like maybe like one butterfly move, which is like around my back all the way, and then like spin it over my head one time, and then pull it down in front of me and freeze.
Right.
And then like go back, then go into another combo.
What is your favorite combo right now? I want to hear some trick names.
I don't know. I don't really have names for them.
Oh, so
But-
they haven't created names?
They have, but like,
Okay.
yeah, I haven't worked for Arrow. Arrow Sign Spinning is like the like forefront like company who claims like they invented sign spinning. So those guys have like, yeah, they have trick names, and like I've tried talking to some of their guys, and like they're like, oh, we can't teach you. Like
Wow.
they've got it on lockdown.
They have
So-
it on lock.
It's not like
Yeah.
you can't videotape it and follow it.
Yeah,
Right,
you definitely
but you won't know
can.
their names though. You won't know the names.
I'll come up with a name.
Yeah.
Right.
So I can do a lot of the same tricks as them, but I don't know like necessarily the same names.
So is this a company that you'd want to work with at some point?
Arrow, I mean, they've shown interest. Like at first when I moved to San Diego, I wanted to work for them, and they told me they didn't have a location. And then so I just started like promoting myself and promoting my own sign spinning.
And now they want you.
And then one of their guys hit me up, and I was like, well, now I'm this far into it, I might as well.
Yeah, you pushed.
Yeah, so definitely I feel like if once I'm able to like kill every move and like I can go to their competition and win, then I'll go to Arrow for a couple years maybe.
Yeah, there we go.
Or I'll sell them
Arrow,
my company
hit 'em
or
up.
something.
I don't know, Arrow. I think you guys dropped the ball. You should just go tell them to go fuck
Yeah.
themselves.
At this point, yeah.
They can buy my company in like 10 years.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
So basically, it's not necessarily like, because obviously, I've been job hunting before. I've never seen ads for we need a sign spinner.
Right.
Like, so you're technically like a
Independent contractor.
independent contractor for that location.
Right.
So
And then,
man, I don't want to get into like the taxes and stuff, but that must be a pain in the ass to do taxes at the end of the year.
W-9s probably.
yeah, but so like when well, I have my business license I'm technically still waiting on to come back for me. But they're the San Diego tax certificate, whatever they call it.
Right.
Business tax. That's what it. But Shoot, I'm sorry, I forgot your question.
No, it's basically just like, I mean, taxes. I mean, you're not necessarily running a multi-million-dollar company, so
Yeah,
it's probably like a 1040 easy kind of like, just plop your.
Just real easy. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but like, so I have to go out though and find my clients, and then there's times too where like I'll have clients that overlap, which gives me like a good opportunity to train somebody who hasn't like ever done sign spinning but wants to learn. And I have a couple of those guys that whenever I have a contract that they're like, hey, we want 3 sign spinners, then I have, my buddies come in.
That's awesome.
And then like we really take over a town. Like,
right.
So yeah.
How long is a job? So like if we wanted to just try it out and help you out, and we could throw Rich in there and he could do some sign spinning. Right. How long is that? Because I know he probably can't last like longer than
I'm old.
5 minutes. I don't know.
Drunken sign spinning.
How long is a job like that?
So like a minimum of 4 hours.
Ooh, that's painful.
I've done even like the longest shift I've done was like 10 hours.
10 hours?
Yeah.
What was on your playlist then?
Right.
What location? Was it Liberty?
That was for a somebody running for superintendent.
Oh,
I won't say her name
that's
because
some
she
political
didn't.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah. So, but I mean, yeah, she didn't, enforce us to work out there for 10 hours. I was just still going.
Wow. There you go, feeling it.
Did she win?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying that the superintendent of the San Diego School District was hired because of you.
There we go.
She never told me that specifically, but she can get in touch.
Yes, my man Levi held it down, got her hired, elected. There we go. That's awesome.
I really didn't know that there was like such a world of sign spinning.
Well, I've heard
like
such crazy
and
things.
Stuff.
Well, there's the competition aspect, and I've even heard in Balboa Park, correct me if I'm wrong, that they have like training or meetups, and there's a bunch of people that sign spin.
Maybe.
You don't want me to blow up his spot right now.
No, I'm thinking that might just be like one of the other sign spinning companies, because that's crucial too, especially if you have like more than a couple of sign spinners on your staff. Like the thing is like it's a heavy job on the weekends and it's a heavy job on the holidays, but during the week, like it's not necessarily like people have like a Tuesday sign spinner.
Okay.
So
on a slower day, you don't want to spend your money. But I have driven by Balboa Park and see like 10 dudes spinning, and it just seemed like a club or something.
Yeah, and so what you do, like in my position as a boss, is you just say, hey guys, we're meeting at this park, we're all gonna practice, like whatever the prize is, like a $50 Starbucks gift card or whatever.
Ooh,
and just keep them always like fit and ready to go.
Do you have product that you sell online? Like, because I'm already thinking entrepreneurship, right? You should have like the sign spinner starter pack. Well, the first pack, the starter is like a piece of paper and you just kind of flip it. And you graduate into like the bigger one, and all of a sudden now you have like the professional model.
Right.
Oh my God.
They're all blank. So it's like, yeah.
Well, yeah, at this point, you should probably, sounds like you're teaching people and they're backing you up. At some point, just teach a class, like a paid class, because these people are getting it for free.
Yeah.
You're giving it to them for free to back you up. But if the demand is higher at that point, you start the class.
So what I really want to do, like really like kind of a passion project of mine is, so like I experienced 6 years of homelessness. And obviously got my sign spinning job after I was kind of back on my feet. Yeah. But I mean, it's something that just constantly inspires me. So there's so many youth drop-in centers, and there's so many homeless youth in California that I want to start going to these drop-in centers and these shelters, and whoever wants to learn, like I will teach them, because
that's awesome.
Even if they can't, go to a Liberty Tax or go to a car lot and say, like, hey, I'm dirty, but I can spin this sign really good. Even if they don't do that, I mean, like, if you see a guy with his cardboard that says, like, need money for food, you might give him food. But if that dude is out there dirty, sweaty as hell, and he's spinning a cardboard sign that says I'm hungry, like, I bet you will take the time.
Yes.
You feel me? Like,
yes.
So yeah, I just really want to like empower people, and like definitely want to teach people. I have 2 kids, and I've got some littler corrugated plastic signs that I take them to the park when I'm practicing.
Cool, right.
And I'm like, all right, like, do your tricks. So
Yeah, there we go. Start them young.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, as far as like, let's say as a business owner or whatever, is it pretty affordable, like option, like say for 4 hours?
So the biggest cost is definitely the sign. Like the sign. Yeah. And so for some people, like the signs run for like roughly $150. So for some people, putting that kind of investment in something that maybe their products are like less than $30 or something like that wouldn't work out as well as like the mobile phone companies, where like you send somebody in their door and they get a free phone, but they also get a contract, or they're at least like gonna go
lock
past
them in
a
for a
month.
2-year, right?
Yeah, so that is like, that margin is definitely there. Same thing with real estate, it's definitely there. But then I've also worked for things that just really surprised me, because like they either made their own sign and had me spin it, or just already had one. But like gas stations, I've done it for, and I was like, how is this, like, how am I making money for this gas station when it's only $3.70 a gallon? Like, anybody who's not in California right now is like, what? But like, I'm like, how is it? Because they're not buying 1 gallon. You know what I mean? Like,
multiple.
So, yeah.
Well, now that I think of it, and I didn't think about this before we were gonna have you on the show, but when this was my vape shop, 5 or 6 years ago, when we first opened, I created my own sign, and I was a sign spinner. So I'd get off of work dressed in nice clothes, and I would get out there and I'd be spinning signs, and people would look at me. And this area has a lot of homeless people, and so I remember homeless people would walk by me, just shuffling by, and they would stop and look at me and go, "Yeah, the nicest dressed sign spinner I've ever seen." And then they said, then they came to a conclusion. They said, "You must own the spot." You got it.
You got it. Yeah, that's it.
That's awesome. So I have a lot of respect for you and what you do, because I did it for, I think, months.
It's hot. I mean, like I hate heat.
Right.
Like, the one thing I can't stand is heat, because you could be butt naked and still be hot.
Sure.
Like, if it's cold, at least you could put something on, protect yourself from the wind or whatever. But yeah, when you sit out there spinning that thing, and I thought that thing had handles. And I looked at the thing outside, it don't have
There's
handles.
nothing.
Like,
I've seen some of them have like something in the back where you could just spin it.
Yeah, I don't like
that's
those.
cheating.
Yeah, that's not fun.
Because they're like, most of them are made out of metal, so it adds like another 4 pounds to the sign, and like after the 3rd hour, your arms feel like mush.
Right.
But and then too, like with the handles, I prefer not to have handles, because there's a lot of kind of like the wax on, wax off moves, like when you're spinning it. So if there's handles on it, then your fingers and knuckles will bang onto the handles.
We gotta see these moves, and you guys pay attention to the end of the vlog. I mean, not the vlog, the end of the podcast, because you will see the
skills of Levi.
So you guys gotta wait till the very end.
Yeah. Oh wow. I definitely have respect, and I'm thinking of the handles. If I was a company hiring someone, I wouldn't want them to get hurt. You have spinning metal parts. I have an employee or I'm employing someone to be out there. Oh yeah. So companies, make sure you don't have the handles. Don't do it.
Yeah. No bueno.
And
then too, the sign itself, I dropped the sign. Obviously, I wouldn't be getting better if I didn't like risk dropping it sometimes. But it's never hit a car. But if it were to hit a car with handles on it, that way it would really like probably screw up the car. So
it's just
for bad.
sure.
And you're in California, they'll sue you for everything.
For everything. Like,
you look at someone
your
dirty,
grandchildren are sued.
You put a little nick on here, you owe me a new Prius.
Yeah.
That's wild. You have any stories as far as sign spinning? Some of the craziest thing you've seen? I don't know, maybe an accident. I don't know, something gnarly.
Yeah, I've definitely seen accidents.
They're probably watching your show and they got in an accident.
Right. I know. I felt bad about that. But no, the big accident, I saw that it was a Jeep, and the guy, like, literally his whole tire came off. And I just saw like a 3-wheeled Jeep coming towards me, and I ran back, and then he flipped over and like grabbed my phone immediately and called 911.
He grabbed your phone, or you?
No, I grabbed my phone.
Okay, yeah.
This dude was like in his seatbelt upside down in the Jeep, and I'm like, oh my God, So it was like, it was crazy, yeah. And yeah, that was before I was working for myself in the the owner of that sign spinning company was like, well, can you get a video for our website? And I was like, oh.
So, okay.
Like, no.
So I was like in the video, I was like, everybody pray for this guy because they want to be like, hey, my boss wanted me to video.
Yeah, right. Yeah, there we go. Way to look out for him.
But yeah, so yeah, and then there's a lot of people that are like taking right turns. I like just the handicapped people I see a lot of times like almost get taken out. But
wow.
But yeah, so that's the kind of the crazier side of it.
Do you ever fear that your life's in danger? I mean, some of the streets are super heavy, and you're right there.
Yeah, not really.
No, okay,
No.
okay.
Yeah, like I mean, I'm just always trying to be aware. Even with my music, I try to keep it down to a certain level that I can hear whether vehicles are coming behind me or not.
And
so.
just be aware.
I don't trust people. Like Mira Mesa area, there's too many Asians out there, man.
Those Asian drivers.
I don't know. Like, oh, sign Kong.
Your mom's out there. Mom, come on.
But I'll even stand in the median too. Brews and Babes is an SD, and I spun for them for like I think it was only like 2 hours on St. Patrick's Day because I think I did 3 sign spinning jobs that day because it was a holiday.
Dude, in the center, I can't even imagine.
Yeah,
the newspaper guys do that, but that's
yeah, but they're just walking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sign spinners they're dancing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It just takes one little gust of wind and you're done.
It's like about timing the move too, to where like as the car is passing you, because it will totally like kick a bunch of wind your way.
Oh,
like
that's
you
right.
have to really time it so that like maybe you're not holding the sign like way up with one hand. Like by the time the car passes, you want to at least have 2 hands on the sign.
Oh wow!
So that it doesn't flip around.
There's to it too.
Yeah.
Man, well, shoot. I have a lot of respect for you and what you do. You bring a lot of companies business, and I think you don't get enough respect, so know that you have mine.
Well, thank you.
I appreciate you. I thank you for sharing your adversity through your life.
Wait. Can I ask one question?
Yeah, sure.
Because I know a lot of like aspiring sign spinners are probably watching this video.
Yes.
Speaking of booze and babes, babes ever like flash you as your sign spinning?
Not yet. Oh man.
He's a professional
Ladies.
man doing his job. He's not looking for that, okay?
I
Rich?
I mean,
I'm
I
just
need to look
asking.
harder. I don't know. They may have been this whole
I
time.
mean, you get pickup chicks doing this. Like, hey, baby, you're like Liberty Tax, but get my number too.
Right. It's funny too, like kind of knowing what you can get away with certain cars. Like I don't know, you're kind of stereotyping cars, but like I saw like a 2003 Camry the one day, and I could just see like 2 females in the front seat, and I could tell there was more in the back seat. So like real quick, I did a move and I flipped the sign behind my back and I shook my little booty at them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they loved it. They came back by like 4 more times.
See, what I'm saying? That's what I'm
Get
saying. Aspiring sign spinners, you guys are watching this. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know where I'm going at.
Yeah, you can get it.
Well, there's like the legend of Mickey too, which was on 1,000 Ways to Die. He's like the only sign spinner to have died during sign spinning, and it was
died.
it was a girl's fault, man. Like, yeah, so this guy was out there and he was like trying to get the girl's attention that worked at the other store, and then some other guy came in and was like a better sign spinner. True story. The guy's name is Mickey. You can look it up. But yeah, so the signs are made out of corrugated plastic, and if you hit it enough times on the concrete, like it'll kind of shred. So dude spun the sign, and just a torn part of the arrow slit straight across his neck, and he passed
Severed
away.
his jugular at that
No
point.
way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And he wouldn't know because that would just been like almost instantaneous, 2 minutes. and
That
you're
was
done.
it.
Yeah, and that was it.
Yo,
So-
I wonder what company that
I
he
don't
worked
know,
for.
we
They
can
still
Google
open?
later.
Right,
The-
right. Well, we
the,
will.
the Legend of
That's
Mickey. 1,000 Ways to Die.
Yeah.
Right. Well, again, Levi, thanks for being on the show. Again, please let the viewers know where they can find you.
Definitely. Okay. Thanks again, guys, for having me. And my Instagram and Snapchat is at Spinners of SD. So it's like Spinners of San Diego. But yeah, hit me up there.
For sure. Do you have a YouTube channel at all?
Not right now. I
Well,
need to
if
get
you are
into
teaching
that.
people for free, you might as well just do it on YouTube and get a
Right.
ton of traffic.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And if you ever need help with starting that channel, this is the place to be.
Dude,
Yes.
this studio is so bad. Like, oh my god, yeah, seriously.
We're
I'm
starting
like,
it up.
I came in here and I'm like, I want to start a YouTube channel.
This is it. We have YouTube meetups every other Wednesday. So not this Wednesday.
today, you mean.
Not tonight, but next Wednesday. So
Yeah.
hit us up.
Don't miss that, guys.
Yes, definitely. So again, thank you again. Thank you always, Rich. Rich likes to be in the corner over there if you haven't
Yes,
noticed.
I like-
He's
you
talking
know-
about Howard Stern. Go ahead.
You know, because it makes me look slim. They don't see the rest of it. Like,
Secret stuff.
yeah.
All right. Again, thank you for watching and joining us on the American Podcast, where our diversity is our culture. See, I got that right
Yeah,
this
yeah,
time.
yeah.
So again, see you next time, guys.